Hello and welcome to the Welsknight Patreon server. This is HistoryWes, aka Wes Allison, and this is my very first day on the server. I've actually been on for about an hour before I started recording this, just long enough to make myself a little log cabin here in the main downtown area. It was hard to find the spot because there are so many structures here already. I chopped down a tree out front, as you can see, and here is the historic log cabin birthplace of HistoryWes. And I see now that I've mistakenly added a couple of pieces of spruce to an otherwise dark oak structure, so I'm going to have to fix that. And also at the moment, my chests that are right here are invisible, but they're there, and my goodies that I've gathered so far in the game are here too. So I'm going to fix this, and then I'm going to head off toward the market area. Here we are on our way to the market around the corner from my house. The castle on the right belongs to Stina Rose, a longtime player, and I was going to say budding YouTuber, but she's really taken off here. You should check out her videos and her streams if you haven't already. Got to keep a lookout because I've seen a lot of mobs here hanging around under the trees. Now, right here on the left is the minecart subway to the market area. This is pretty ingenious. Whoever designed this did a great job. You go right over here, and the tripwire provides you with a cart, and you just hop right in. And here we go. It's not very far. You could actually walk, but it's more fun to take the minecart. So what is the Welsknight Patreon server? Well, Welsknight is a great YouTuber, and I support him on Patreon, which is a place where you can support creative content people who create great things, whether it's music, books, or in this case, Minecraft videos. And oh, I see Aletha is on, and she's going to meet me. And I'm trying to talk to her, but I haven't got quite the hang of it. And that pig just stole my minecart. Now I've got to walk the rest of the way to the market town. So anyway, Patreon is a place where you can support these content creators of all types. And Welsknight, as a YouTuber, has a special YouTube server set up for his patrons. And if you support him with a donation of $10 a month, you can be a member on his server. People have been playing this version for almost a year. This is the season 3 of theirs. Anyway, here's Market Town. All these little stores are set up. There's all kinds of goodies, and oh, free fish. I'll take some of those. And unfortunately, I don't have any diamonds yet because I haven't had a chance to do anything, but people have some freebies. Here's some free bows. Look at that, power 3 on breaking 3. I can take that. And let's look around here. A lot of bows. Fishing poles. Oh, there's some free fishing poles too. I can take a couple of these, and when I get an anvil, put them together and make a decent fishing pole. Come on, pick one. There we are. Thank you to whose ever shop this is. And Aletha Prime is here. She's going to show me around a little bit today. And there she comes flying in. Where'd she go? What? Where? Oh, there she is. Holy cow, I forgot about the dragon head. She has been cursed to wear a dragon head. And I'll admit, at first I didn't realize it was a curse, that it was a curse of binding, holding it on her head. I thought she was just wearing it for fun. But apparently it isn't. And she's given me this gift, a shulker box full of goodies. And holy cow, would you look at that. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. Holy moly, I'm typing. And unusual for me. Wow, okay. So there's all kinds of wood. There's bone blocks. There's blaze rods. There's fireworks. There's some more shulker shells. And iron and diamond blocks. That's amazing. That'll get me started really well. And you can tell I was really excited because I think I put 5 or 6 exclamation points on my holy moly, which is something I just don't do. I don't add a lot of exclamation points. So it's quite rainy. It's quite rainy on this server all the time, I've discovered. Anyway, so I've been waiting to get on the server for a while. I signed up to support Welsknight just after the last month's donations were taken in. So I signed up, but I had to wait until Patreon took out the next donation, which was the beginning of this month. And then I was into the server. The 8th is my first day. Now she's going to show me around. Let's see. The first place we're going to go to, I believe, is the community farm. And now we're inside of the nether portal and all the connecting hallways that people have built to their bases. And this is the hub right here, which is amazing. Just beautiful. So a lot of the people that have signed on at the beginning of the year are no longer playing on here. So there are a lot of empty bases, and there are a lot of projects that didn't get completed. But there are a lot of cool things that have been completed and built upon and worked on all year. And this is such a cool hallway with the growing things on the way to the farms. This isn't the farm. The farm is through the portal. And here we are. It's really compact. It's not this huge thing that I was expecting. It's basically looks like about a 9 by 9 square plot of, in this case, wheat. And then you've got a water elevator in the middle. And I'm so terrible at water elevators. There, my son makes fun of me. Let's see. Okay, here I go. Hey, I made it. And up on the next level are potatoes. Or potatoes, but nobody actually says potatoes. Different items on different floors, a little bit of everything, Letha says. Pigs next door. And I'll just take a couple of potatoes so I can plant them later when I get my base. I have put in a request for my base location. It has to be approved by the moderators. It can't be too close to anybody else's base or in a restricted area. And since there are tons and tons of people who are on this server, that doesn't leave a lot of space close by, but way out in the distant lands, there's plenty of area. So I've picked a spot and I've been watching it for a couple of weeks. And what I mean by that is I created my own creative world with the same seed, and then I picked out the spot and I searched all around and I built in it and I played in it, and so I could get the feel for what was like there. And so when I logged on here, I requested that spot. It's about 7,500 blocks from the spawn. So here we are on the top level of the growing things, and we've got pumpkins and melons, and there's some of them already picked in the box here in the chest, so I'll take just 1 or 2 of each there and be able to plant them later. So here I made an advancement, a seedy place. Advancements are something I don't really pay much attention to. I mean, it's always cool to get one, but I seldom look on there and see what I need to do in order to get one. Okay, I don't really care about any radishes, but I'll get some anyway. Okay, where does she go? Down, down. She's not there. There she is. I'm really bad about getting lost anyway in Minecraft, and especially when I'm trying to follow somebody else. Oh, okay. So here we have a patch of soul sand, and we've got these goodies on there. So gather up a few netherwort seeds, because hopefully I'm going to have a leg up on creating a potion stand. Since she gave me blaze rods in that shulker box, I should be able to craft one up in no time, and now I'll be able to make some potions. Whoa, that kind of scared me, sneaking up on me with that dragon head. And where'd she go again? Not in the pig pen. Somebody left a shulker box. There are shulker boxes all over the place in the server. People have so many of them, they just give them away, and they leave them, and they don't even know what's happened to all theirs. And in any single player game, as you know, they are such a commodity. In fact, one of the last videos that I did was me getting killed in a quest to find shulker boxes, and I lost my elytra and everything, but oh well. There's a couple of happy cows, and my little advancement there. Achievements or advancements, I don't remember what they're called right now. They've been both in the past. Come on, through the door. Through the door. Come on. There we go. So outside we've got vines and all kinds of good stuff. And in the distance there's a tree farm as well. So I don't know if anybody actually uses the tree farm. It seems strange. Anyway, so here we are back out, and you can see the signs with everybody's base locations. And we're heading through the nether hub here. And Aletha wants to show me the Guardian spawner, the Guardian farm. So that's where we're headed next. But I don't think they put a sign of it, so she's got to find it by memory. There we go. Ah, the Guardian farm is this way. Now, even a noob like me knows that you should be able to find the Guardian farm hallway, because it's going to be filled with that's right, all these aquamarine stones and the sea lanterns. Give it that Guardian fortress motif. And holy cow, would you look at this thing. Oh yeah, I noticed that when Aletha runs, her dragon mouth opens and closes as she goes. It's the funniest thing. Look at this gigantic pyramid of power. People who can harness the power of the Guardians and to do their bidding. It's enormous. It's even bigger when you're looking at it from inside. So down here at the far end of the room are the chests, which catch all the drops from the Guardians. Prismarine crystals and blocks. And this is just so cool. prismarine shards here. You can drop a shulker box into the hole in front of these, and then there's a switch, fish in those boxes. You throw the switch, and it fills up your shulker box with whichever of the products you want to put in there. An automatic shulker box filler, something I had not seen until this very moment. There's the switch. And you look inside of that shulker box, which I'm going to do in a moment. And yep, that's right. Any one of those holes you can put it in. You can fill it up full of fish, prismarine crystals, or prismarine shards. Anyway, we're done there. Now we're heading back somewhere else. Where are we going to go next? Aletha took me a lot of different places, and I've narrowed them down because it's just so long. It would be a huge video. Here we're going to the municipal district. We also went to the games district, and I clipped that out because I didn't actually end up playing any games. One of the players built this giant, like, bouncy house thing, and I was going to go in there, but Aletha got the last minecart because I let the other minecart slip away without getting into it. So my fault. I'll have to go back there and try it sometime. Yeah, I keep falling behind because I keep stopping to read the signs. And every time I turn around and see her, it startles me because, you know, she's a dragon. And there's an obelisk in the distance, and that's what the bouncy house looks like. I don't know if that's the same one. I think that's a different one. Yes, Gru's obelisk. And this is a really sharp looking town square. And you can detect some similarity of design here between this and the Guardian Farm. And this was like a town center where you would have all kinds of information about all the different bases and about all of the different players, but unfortunately people are not using it like they were at the beginning. That's, she says, chronicle, a place where we can chronicle the happenings of the server, but people have kind of forgotten about it. Now I'm catching the server at the end of the season, so they may start a new season with a new world at the beginning of July, in which case I'll be in at the ground floor. But in the meantime, I'm not going to let this slide by. I'm going to take the chance to play here, especially with Aletha and others giving me such fantastic startups with all kinds of gifts and like 64 steak in there. I don't even have to worry about food ever, and not to mention my 64 free fish that I already got. And over here was going to be Hanging Gardens, but the player who was building it stopped playing. So that's the situation on multiplayer servers like that. Hopefully, I'm going to suggest that in the new season, players who take on a huge project, especially for a municipal project, designate at least one alternate who could take over if they're not able to finish, or if they end up not continuing in the game. This is a beautiful hallway. And so we've seen most of the community areas, and we're ready for Aletha to take me to see her awesome base. And I keep falling behind again because I'm reading all the signs, all the different bases. Oh, this leads up to the top of the nether, outside of the nether, to on top of the bedrock at the top, where they have trails for flying on your elytra from place to place, as if traveling through the nether like this using portals was too slow. Anyway, my big challenge is going to be making my own nether pathway. Well, Aletha is going to show me her base, but that's going to have to wait for the next episode because we're almost out of time. And there is Stina Rose. She has joined the game, and also next episode we'll stop by and see her base too. So as you can see, this is a whole lot of fun playing with multiple people, and it'll be even more fun once my base location is approved and I can really start building. I'm super excited to kind of show off what I can do and see what I can help out with, other people building, stuff like that. And here are more shulker boxes that are full of goodies. Armor in case you get killed, you can pick some up here, or in my case, in case you're just barely born and don't have much. So yeah, I could probably use an enchanted chest plate to replace my plain old unenchanted one. There we are. It's a curse of binding, so it'll be on me till I die, but I don't think that's going to be a problem, since I'm probably going to be killed 4 times in the first week. Or 5. Yeah, well, I can't take one of those now because I've already got a metal one. And it's bound on, like Aletha's head. Okay, well, that's all for this time. So we're heading off to her base. We'll do that in the very next episode. Check out Patreon to support all the great YouTubers, and come back and see what's going on next time. Thanks for being with us. Happy Minecrafting, everybody, and goodbye.